tonight. All right, Ghost Town Streets. Ghost Town Streets is the original, largest and most terrifying scare zone that started it all. Bands of half-human, half-animal monsters prowl the streets and inhabit the fog. Beware the notoriously startling sliders who lunge from every fog-filled corner of the land. Like that. Nice. All right, let's go over to Carnival. Some clown fans here. Sick people, I love you. All right. On the boardwalk, clowns crave your undying attention in the Carnival Scare Zone. And for those of you who are fans of our newest attraction, Hang Time, this attraction will be getting an exciting all-new lighting scheme throughout the evening to accentuate the evil surroundings of this malevolent carnival. Now that Hang Time is open and the construction walls are gone, there is now room for more blood-curdling frights and scares. Like that. Thank you, clowns. All right, let's go over to the Hollow. Wasn't it great last year discovering all those amazing moments in the Hollow? This scare zone will terrorize guests as the Witches of the Hollow, along with their armies of creatures that have risen once again to do battle with the Witch Hunter. Now it's getting me, you guys. All right. And last, but by no means least, we are presenting our newest, brand new Scare Zone attraction. Please give it up for Forsaken Lake. Every year, the horrors long forgotten emerge from the lake beneath Silver Bullet. Gothic creatures, ravaged by murky waters, wander out of their crypts to prey on unsuspecting visitors, looking for victims to bring back to their watery graves. Throughout the evening, you may wander upon a ghoulish funeral procession as the inhabitants of Forsaken Lake entertain their newest victims in this rotting cemetery and all-new Scare Zone. And now I'm proud to present 3 of the designers of Forsaken Lake to tell you a little bit more.
The backstory for Forsaken Lake is that it's this town that's been underwater and they've abandoned and they've left their cemetery, but the dead, through constant drowning, have come up and they're constantly seeking people to drag back in and become victims themselves in general. I definitely love the interactivity of it. The fact that people are much more attuned to being scared if they feel like they're in the environment. So Forsaken Lake is definitely an opportunity to move forward with what we're doing here in general, which is this kind of storytelling, much more storytelling than we had before.
The inspiration for the music behind Forsaken Lake, of course, came from the funeral dirges of New Orleans, typically of the 1800s. So it all had to be inspired by that motif of music. What you'll hear in the processional music are elements of a New Orleans funeral dirge. So there's musical instruments of the era, but it's mashed up with a little bit of a kind of a very dark heavy metal element that is a little modern and very dark and edgy and gritty. One of the first times we've really leaned into it as more of a musical melodic element as opposed to just creating a dark soundscape.
What makes Forsaken Lake so unique is the fact that throughout the evening, the monsters will just all of a sudden, as if it was organic, move into this procession. It will move down, it will go into a show moment, a short show moment, and we will have a couple kind of unique scares involved in that. We'll have fog, we'll have sound, we'll have music, we'll have the costumes, the vibrancy of this kind of creepy feeling moving throughout the scare zone.
All right, Forsaken Lake, everybody. Let me ask you folks a question. Who is ready to book a trip to Forsaken Lake? Yes. They're accepting visitors in just 3 short weeks. All right, now we're going to move on to live entertainment. All right, we've come to our frightfully fantastic lineup of Not Scary Farm live entertainments and shows. You asked and we listened, so this year we are bringing back a ghoulish lineup of atmosphere offerings and stage shows. Returning this year, of course, the 2018 version of The Hanging. And I can give you the title already. It's called Shh, It Happens. I love it. That's why I work here. The citizens of Calico face their toughest foes yet, the censors. In this live stage show that looks back at the year's pop culture with some killer comedy, notorious for its special effects and high-flying stunts, The Hanging is a no-holds-barred assault on pop culture's most infamous moments of the past year. It is a must-see parody. All right, who loves The Hanging? Show hands. There you are. Yes.
What's going on here?
We were just talking about The Hanging, you know, the big show. Hey, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Lawman from The Hanging. I was just saying, you know, that every year you hunt down and hang the worst offender of the year. You know, it's like tradition.
I like to see who's acting like a jerk in public. You know, some fool standing up on the stage yapping and running his mouth for all to see.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You think you're pretty smart, don't you?
No, I'm not smart at all. I failed my SATs. I thought it meant Saturday and I missed them.
You ain't funny, little man. You're like one of them Hollywood weirdos we like to string up for all to see. We like to watch them squirm as the blood drains from their bodies.
Wow, that's just lovely. Look, I have a lot of other shows to announce, so if you could you and your shotgun could just keep moseying down.
Good people of Calico! For too long we've had to listen to the claptrap and the drivel of the uninformed.
You're talking about me?
We're gathered here tonight to finally terminate the turmoil that has terrorized our territory. I ask you, are you ready for a hanging?
That's great, sir, but the show doesn't...
Time for some justice.
Yeah. Great, but this is not in the script.
Time we had a hanging! Whoa, hey, I'm just kidding you, Jeff. The show don't start till September 20th. Woo, I had you, though. I think you may have crapped your pants.
Shh. It happens. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lawman. There he is. Keep going. I need a change. Okay. Also new this year, we're proud to present Awaken the Dead. It's a non-stop dance party in Fiesta Village. Dance to Wake the Dead at this interactive dance club, playing the most up-to-date party jams. Awaken the Dead. Also at Birdcage Theater, we present Conjure. The Birdcage Theater will once again become the home of comedy and magic at Not Scary Farm. Join us as award-winning magicians and CW's Masters of Illusion regulars take the stage to amuse and amaze. David Daniels will appear September 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Taylor Hughes performs September 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. And finally, the amazing Chipper Lull takes the stage during the month of October. All right. And to round out the evening's entertainment, we will be presenting an all-new show entitled Hacks, Cutting Room Floor. The unique, twisted, improvised comedy antics of Hacks returns to Not Scary Farm with a brand new show right here in the Charles M. Schultz Theater. This time around, they have taken over a rundown movie theater, and with the help of the audience and lots of B-horror movies, they create on-the-spot Halloween show that will have you screaming with laughter. Hacks, cutting room floor here in the Charles M. Schultz Theater. So if you haven't passed, you can come back night after night and see a whole lineup of amazing shows. All right, oh, look at that. Who wants to know what's brand new for 2018? I was told I'm not allowed to reveal anything unless we scream loud enough that the news thinks we're having an earthquake. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, give it to me! It's a 2.8 centered in Winter Park. All right. I am proud to announce the brand new mazes for 2018. First up, Dark Entities. Teleport beyond Earth and into a realm where the darkness is absolute. In the depths of space, a lone station faces terror beyond all imagination. An extraterrestrial mutation has invaded the station and it's on the prowl for new hosts. The unearthly inhabitants' force increases as it feeds on its unwilling victims. Escape the Dark Entities before its deadly force eliminates all living forms aboard the station. There's nowhere to escape, and time is running out.
Mayday, this is Officer Bill Miller of the Shroud DSE, broadcasting on all open channels. Code Red. There's an unknown life form on the ship. Multiple crew members are down. I'm afraid we're all going to die. If anyone out there is...
The backstory of Dark Entities. We begin on Earth. We're at a remote, top-secret installation where we have outer space probes. They're going out there seeing what lies beyond the reaches of known space. Now, one of their main ships, named the Shroud, has encountered some anomaly out in space. So what they're doing is they're trying to find volunteers to go to space to investigate because they don't want to send any of their people because their people aren't quite as expendable as other people. So they're sending people out to space to investigate what's happening on the ship.
Lighting for Dark Entities is really important because it's really going to invoke a sense of immersion in the maze. Most of the lighting in the maze is going to be coming from the set pieces themselves rather than the theatrical lights that you would typically see in some of our other mazes. It is one of the most ambitious projects that we've taken on in lighting just because there's so much control that we have over all of the lights in the maze. It is a huge amount compared to what we usually do. The most we've ever had control of lights in a maze would have been, I think, Dark Ride, with about 180 controllable lights, and Dark Entities is going to have over 1,200.
This year, the makeup in Dark Entities, half of the makeup we're using is prosthetic makeup. Normally in a maze, it would be two-dimensional, it would just be paint and powder, but this year we are doing more prosthetic makeup. We've got several brand new prosthetics that we've done for this. You'll see 6 prosthetics out there for the various characters, showing the various degrees of mutation. We've got some that are brand new, full face prosthetics. We've also got some partial faces. A bit of trivia for you is we are using some prosthetics that were sculpted back in 1995 for the Curse of the Werewolf maze. We're using those as some of our mutation prosthetics. Towards the beginning of the maze, you're going to see people who are newly infected. As they progress deeper into the maze, as the story gets told, you're going to see more and more mutations. We'll go from possibly just paint and powder to veining to a full-face prosthetic towards the end of the maze, fully covering the actor's face. In addition to the prosthetics, our team has also been responsible for actually sculpting and creating the Dark Entity costume, where it's not a prosthetic that is just worn on the face. It is a full-body costume. We've had stitchers working on the body, we've had a sculptor working on the custom mask for that, and in addition to the custom pieces, we also have to worry about how they work together. If a hand is great, and an arm is great, and the face is great, but they don't look like they belong together, then we failed. I think we've done a good job of making sure all of our pieces work well together.
Attention, you are entering a restricted area. Failure to present the necessary authorization will result in removal from the premises. Please have your credentials ready for review by our security personnel.
This is Captain Harkins of the Shroud, broadcasting on Secure Town 7. Can you hear me? Please respond! If you come in contact with an entity that's taking control of our vessel, if you can hear me, please respond! Do not attempt to board this vessel! Maintain heavy casualties, and this ship is not secure! Clear?
Creatures lurk inside the pitch-black underground caves hidden below the seaside shores. The Night Watch mining crew has mysteriously disappeared, and village rumors point to the eerie tunnels the town sits upon. Myths of the terrifying horrors that lurk within the caves have been whispered, but never confirmed. Did the crew meet their demise at the hands of vicious creatures that live within? Journey into the ominous caverns and follow the crew's path into the depths and discover if the superstitions revolving around the caves are true or not. But be warned, all who have entered have never resurfaced.
The Depths is set in the 1940s in the quiet seaside town of Nightwatch. Nightwatch itself was built upon a complex labyrinth of underwater caves that are as rich in folklore as they are in natural resources. Local legends weave tales of amphibious humanoids, prehistoric sea monsters, and shipwrecked vessels filled to the brim with worldly treasures. Now, this might have something to do with the disappearance of the local mining crew, but that's where you, the guests, come into play. Serving as first responders, you will be sent down into the caves to truly discover what happened to the missing mining crew.
So with this particular maze, The Depth, there was nothing that I could go out and buy. There wasn't a catalog that said The Depth's costumes and I could pick and choose from and get my 48 costumes. It's very exciting to create something new and fresh. Two things that we have to think of in the wardrobe is form and function. Making sure that the costume is visually really exciting, but also functional for our talent to wear. It's a lot of work to be out there in those mazes, and we always need to take that into consideration to make sure that the costume, one, works well with the talent, and two, can survive. It's a lot of nights, so we want to make sure that we do form and function to create these costumes. Fishing net became our inspiration. It was one of our through lines for us to take from the beginning in the front of the maze to the back of the maze. In this particular maze, there's 3 sections, so we wanted to make sure that there was a through line of costume pieces through all of those.
In order to bring, the water element to life, we use a lot of like rock work to make cavernous areas. We're going to use audio to kind of set the scene of atmosphere inside of the room. There's fog elements. There's like we're going to simulate a water floor, make it look like we're walking through this pool. All those elements lighting appropriately. Just to make it seem as it is a cave, a dark cavern.
Special effects are really important for The Depths because it allows us to add elements that we necessarily couldn't do ourselves as a human to operate through the maze, so we're able to take small things and move them, add movements that wouldn't be doable originally to really bring The Depths to life. One of the biggest challenges we've had this year for The Depths is having to move an entire 30-foot room. So in the past we've dropped floors, we've moved things side to side. This will be the first year we actually move the entire room. We've been spending months utilizing special effects to take our guests down into the caves and make them really feel like they're in the depths. It's something we've never done before, and I think it's something that our guests have never experienced.
laughs, huh? All right, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you for coming out for this evening's announcement and sharing the new and thrilling experiences that await you this fall. Don't forget, right across the street, you can visit the Bizarre Bazaar, check out our Scary Farm merchandise, and see our Into the Fog art show. We look forward to seeing you all at 2018 Not Scary Farm, where nightmares never end. I'm Jeff Tucker, and I'll see you in the fog.